Welcome back to my channel. This is Future B. If you want to see how I got the nails that you saw in the previous clip, just stay tuned. We're starting with these acrylics. I'm going to be using Clear by Secret. I'm also going to be using these two green acrylics by Modelones, and I'm going to be using those mylar flakes. For my gel polish, I will be using this Saviland Excelsior nail painting gel. I'm actually showing you the gold, but in the end we're going to be using silver. And the green acrylic that I showed you, I'm actually going to swap it out for this one I'm going to use here. Here's a swatch of the two colors that I'm going to be using. All right, here we go. So by the title you saw that I'm going to be doing you how to do a reverse ombre. A reverse ombre is very similar to a regular ombre, but in general with a regular ombre you're going to go ahead and lay the color down on the tip, and then you're going to go back and do the color that's on the nail bed. In this case we're going to lay the color on the nail bed, and then we're going to do the color on the tip after. That is all a reverse ombre is. In this case I wanted to do the ombre in this manner because I wanted the lighter color to look like it's going to overcome the darker color, and I knew I wanted the darker color on the nail bed. So I'm going ahead and laying down the darker color on all of my nail beds, and then after it has dried a little bit I'm going to go and lay the lighter color down on the tips, and I'm going to ombre it up the nail. Yes, I'm going to be ombreing it up the nail. So you would want to use this technique if you were doing something similar to what I'm doing, but also the best way I think to use this technique is whenever you are working with a glitter acrylic on the tip. I think it's better to go in and do your nail bed color and then apply glitter up the tip if you're going to be doing a glitter ombre, because then the glitter will look like it is on the outside. If you put your glitter on the tip and then ombre down the nail as you would normally do if you were, say, doing a pink and white set, if you ombre it down the nail the way you would do it in another case, it would look like the glitter is cloudy. I don't want my glitter to look cloudy, as well as the mylar flakes that you see me applying now. I don't want them to look cloudy, so I'm going to put them on top of my ombre. The reason that I decided to use mylar flakes over type of glitter on this nail set is because the mylar flakes are not shaped the same. I wanted it to not look as uniform, and because mylar flakes don't have a uniform shape, whenever I turn my nails from side to side I see so many colors, I see so much in my nails, and I thought that was a great idea. So what I did was I wet the nail a little bit, and then I went and put the mylar flakes in to the wet nail, and then I went back over there with clear acrylic. Now I am encapsulating all my nails. How are we encapsulating? Well, first of all, we're going over the nails with a little bit of monomer, and then I'm going and laying down a rather wet bead of acrylic and working it down the nail. The reason why I want to touch the nail with the monomer before I move the acrylic down the nail is because I want to make sure I don't get air bubbles. So this is how to avoid getting air bubbles. Make sure the acrylic is wet, and then apply the acrylic on top of it so that you're not getting any air bubbles. Does that make sense? So put a little bit of monomer on the dry acrylic that's already on the nail, and then as you're going in with your clear, make sure that it is a rather runny bead, and then work it down the nail. That way there's no dry acrylic in there and you will not get any air bubbles. I never get air bubbles by doing it this way. I hope this helps. Now I want to make sure that I have a flat surface for whenever I go in with the gel polish, the gel paint that we're going to be using. So I am filing the nails, getting the shape nice and crisp the way I would like it. I'm using a 100-180 nail file that I did get from Sally Beauty. I love these nail files, and I'm showing you now how to get it nice and clean around the nail bed. If I didn't have a nail drill, I could use a nail file to get nice and clean shaping around the cuticle by going in this circular motion around the cuticle. That is really the trick there if you don't have an e-file, but I do have an e-file, so I use my e-file after I went in with my nail file. Now I'm going in to buff the nails. After I buff the nails, I am going to go in with a coat of matte top coat before I do my paint design, but I could have used base coat or I could have just simply gone in on top of the already buffed nails. Because the nails have been buffed, they are flat and it would have been perfect for it. But I do like going in with some type of polish before I do gel paint or gel polish, because it is easier to clean the nails if I mess up, if I have like a barrier in between. The gel polish will kind of get a little bit into the acrylic, and it's a little bit harder to clean if you make a mistake. So I went in, there we go, we have our matte nails, and now I'm going to go in with gel paint. As I told you at the beginning, I showed you the gold paint, but I'm not going to be using gold. I was looking at the nails and I felt like silver would work better, so I'm going to go in with silver. Now, I've been using these gel paints for a couple of sets that I've been doing, and what happened was I just kind of forgot I had these in my stash, but I have linked them down below, as well as all the other products that I'm using for this nail set have been linked down below in the description. But these gel paints work so well. I'm so mad at myself. I forgot these were in my stash because I could have been using them. Oh my gosh, look how nice, clean, and crisp that line looks. Now, this nail isn't as straight as it could have been. I didn't realize it until I went to top coat the nails, and I was like, well, that's not straight at all. But I still think that this nail set came out looking pretty nicely, and I think this nail in general came out looking pretty nicely. As you can see, I'm doing one pretty smooth stroke using very little polish, and I'm getting the job done. I love it. I love it. I love it. You're gonna see me using these pots more often. You're gonna be seeing me do a lot more designs with gel paint. Gel paint is great. It is not the same as gel polish. Gel polish is a little bit thicker, a little bit runnier. This is perfect for if you're drawing or if you're wanting to make designs on nails. Yes, you can use it for the simple line work that I'm doing, but if you wanted to draw, like really drawing your nails, use gel paint, cure in between each coat. Oh my gosh, works so beautifully. Check out these 3 lines that I'm going to be doing on my ring finger. I'm going to be quiet so you can see. Look at that. It took me just a couple of seconds and I didn't even have to like clean the nail off and try again. It just worked so beautiful. I have another nail set where I'm doing my mom's nails, and I use these gel paints, and it just worked out so beautifully. They're so easy to work with. This line brush that I'm using is linked down below. If you were looking for a good line brush, it came in a set. It's great to use as well. So everything that I'm using in this set is linked down below. Everything is from Amazon. Also, if you're worried about ruining the design, you can go in and cure in between doing each finger. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I just hit 150 subscribers. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Oh, and follow me on Instagram at watch_the_progression. And stay tuned for the final look. I'm so happy with how these nails turned out. Okay, bye.